Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host Don Vic. You already know we in the building today. Woo, boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? Boy, boy, boy. Today we have a special guest coming on the show, all the way from Florida. A great friend of mine, actor Ken Winn, will be in the building. I sent him the link. Just gonna wait for him to log in so we can start the show. Woo, boy. But before we start the show, I just got a text from a friend of mine, actress, producer, out of Australia, and she needs some help. Um, she has a friend that has cancer, and she asked me to talk to you guys to see if you guys can help donate some funds to crowdfunding project for Emily Rose Chamber. Um, she's 32 years old. She's from Australia. And if you guys would like to help out, you guys can log into Emily Rose Cancer Treatment. I put the link up on my page. Anything you guys can donate would help. Um, so please let's show some love and donate whatever you can. It's highly appreciated. And let's see what let's see if we can help this young lady out. Um, so again, you can go on my page, check out the link. It's on my page. Um, and let's see if we can help this young lady. Okay. Um, so I want to thank my guest yesterday that was on the show, my friend Liz, her daughter, uh, Eunice. I can't pronounce her name. Eunice and Donna that were on the show yesterday. We had a great time on the show. It was, it was hilarious, and we got the point across. So big shout out to Liz and her daughter and Donna, paranormal investigators. They were great. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Um, you know, so so today we got two great shows. We got Kevin Winn coming on the show. We're just gonna wait for him to log in, and we'll start the show. And we have my friend Carol the Goddess, all the way from Las Vegas. She's a rock star, you know what I'm saying? And she's a host. So we'll be talking to her at 7 tonight. That'll be our final show. And I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited. You know what I mean? Big shout out to my man Johnny Alonso, Shannon Lemire, Eric Beck, man, the movie Harvey. These guys are awesome. I believe Johnny Alonso is out here in New York filming a movie. So I'll be talking to him. I'm gonna reach out to him because I believe there's a premiere also on December 10th. So I'm trying to make it to that premiere if possible. You know what I mean? Also, big shout out to my P3 family, my Parapost Network family. Big shout out to Brian, Matt, and everybody else involved with those platforms. Just want to thank you guys for having my show on you guys' platform. It's a great, great, great platforms you guys got. Thank you so much for that. For anyone that don't know what the P3 platform is about, it's about all the paranormal investigators are on that page, and also the Parapost Network is also a paranormal investigating page where you can find all the paranormal investigators around the world. That's where they go in there, they chat, they talk about their investigations and what they have caught on film and what they can do to perfect their skills and all that type of stuff. And even though I'm not a private investigator, I was welcome into their circle because I'm just a nice guy. I'm just a nice guy and they love the show. So they asked me to be on their show, and of course I accepted. And there I am. Okay, so you can find me at the P3 network and Parapost Network, which I love so much. Hold on, let me change my let me change my glasses. Okay, here we go. Whoo, boy, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So, whoo, a lot of things happening for this year. I keep announcing it. Big shout out to Celebrity Boxing. Damien Feldman doing a lot of things with celebrity boxing. Also, shout out to Hazel Roche, Frank Picard, Mike Mazza, Young CEO, Mike Newson, his wife Baja, and everybody else that's involved with celebrity boxing. You know what I mean? Big shout out to them. Big shout out to my co-host IG. You know what I mean? I don't know where he is. He probably sleeping somewhere. He probably in the doghouse somewhere. Okay. so there's just a lot of shout out to my friend Bella as well. She got the Blue Ribbon Project going on. You guys can check out the Ribbon Project. It's against human trafficking. Um, and if you guys would love to donate, you guys can. And there'll be a gala going on for that project on January 29th, I believe is the date, out in I believe it's in Baltimore. She's having a big gala. She's gonna have entertainment and modeling and food and vendors and stuff like that in the gala. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys reach out to her. And if you can't reach out to her, reach out to me. Tell me you're interested. I can reach out to her and make things happen. Okay. Also, there's another one in April 1st, Virginia, with director June DeGasso. Um, he's also throwing something out in VA. It's another gala, and again, entertainment, modeling, and you can come there and enjoy yourself. There's going to be an after party. You know what I mean? So, oh boy, oh boy. So it's just going to be busy, 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 busy. Also, shout out to my friend Sandra A. Smith. She's an actor, director. Also, she'll be having something going on in March. I believe she's going to be going to PA for an award. I'll be attending that premiere as well. So I'll be out there on March. Big shout out to Sandra A. Smith. And big shout out to my friend Sabrina Oxford. She's an author. She just wrote a book called 100 Facebook Friends. I just connected her to some other friends of mine that have podcasts, and ever since that happened, she's been doing great. She sold some books, so that's awesome. That's what we want, right? We want to help our guests, so that's what we do here in the Don Big Show. So before we go any further, I got my man Kevin Winn in the building. He's on my platform, and we're going to bring Kevin in and find out exactly what Kevin has been doing. Okay. Hi, Andy Poland. Andy Poland is another friend of mine out from Connecticut. She's also a director. She has a show called Grams on YouTube. It's a great show. It's comedy. If you like to laugh, make sure you tune in. Show my girl Andy Poland some love. Okay, it's all about the love. We got Bella Livy in the building, also the founder of the Blue Ribbon Project. Again, if you guys want to know more about that, you can go onto her page and find out what the Blue Ribbon Project is all about. And I got my co-host IG in the building. Hold on a second. Let me before I bring Kevin in, let me send IG a thing just in case IG wants to come in and join us. He'll be welcome because he is my co-host, as you guys know. Let me see. Okay. And you guys are wondering, I'm blind. I'm blind. I'm more blind than a bat. Okay. So, guys, I have my guest here, Kevin Winn. We're gonna bring him on the platform. We're gonna talk to him, find out what he got going on, guys. All right. So, guys, please welcome Kevin Winn, actor Kevin Winn, to the show. Kev, what's up, baby?
What's going on, Vic? How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
That's
Surviving
nice.
this heat here in Florida.
Oh boy, oh boy. And I'm in the cold out here up north, okay?
Right?
We can switch anytime you're ready.
Hey, well, I'll be heading up that way next weekend. So,
Right.
yep.
Okay, so I was just kind of talking about that, about Johnny Alonso being out here in New York.
Uh-huh.
So is he's doing a movie out here?
He's doing a series. I think it's a ghost hunting series on I want to say it's Discovery Plus. And so he's up there right now. He's going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. And then I'm going to be flying up there next Friday. I'm going to meet Shannon Lanier, and we're going to be heading out to West Virginia to shoot some scenes for his film, Talus.
Okay. So what's your character in that? I'm pretty sure you're in that movie as well, right?
Yes, yes. I'm playing kind of this warrior type character, and it's almost like a Lord of the Rings type movie.
I
And
love that.
so I'm going to have like the nice war paint and all of that stuff on, and I'm really opening the movie. My character is opening the movie and getting things going, almost like, I'm being told a story, and then it goes to the film, and then come in at the end, and everything wraps up, and I end the movie.
All right.
So it's I'm at the beginning and I'm at the end. I'm
Well,
looking
hey,
forward to it.
those are the best two parts.
Right.
The beginning and the end. Hey, you can't forget Kevin Winn. I'm trying to tell you.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's amazing. You've been doing a lot of stuff, and for those that don't know, Kevin and I have met out in California at a premiere, and we've been friends ever since. And you've been doing a lot of things ever since since we last saw each other. And I've been watching some of the stuff you've done. You just did another talk show with at the Edge with this young kid called what's his name? Easton. Yeah. How did that go?
Yeah. Oh, hey, you watch this kid. He's going to be up there one of these days. He's going to be either in films, or he's going to be the one hosting, doing the interviews. I mean, for a high school kid, he is, he's on his way. That's for sure. He knows the right questions to ask.
Yeah.
He's asked me questions before, and I'm thinking, man, that's a good question. I don't know, but no, he's amazing. He's interviewed Johnny and myself, and he's been to some of the premieres, and he's gonna be around on set with us a few times, and he's gonna capture some more interviews with us.
That's awesome. That's great. You also, for people that don't know, you was in the movie Harvey.
Yes.
With Johnny Alonso and Shannon, and tell the viewers, what was your role in that movie?
In Harvey, I played John Snyder. I played basically the bully of the town. I'm me and my crew. We're in a bowling league, and we just mess with people, and especially one of the workers at the bowling alley. Love to torment him, and I flirt with the girl. I'm married, and not only am I married, and do I have a wife, but or a girlfriend, but I'm also hitting on the girl that works there at the bowling alley. So, when people come away from that movie, as you saw, and boo me and hate me and just you're a disgusting creep. Good. That's what I was aiming for. So. Yeah. I always like it. I always like it when people see my real personality.
Yeah.
And then they see things like Harvey and some other things, and it's just two totally different, two totally different people, and that tells me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right, and that's the amazing thing about being an actor, right? That you can become whoever you want,
right?
When you're in a character.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's totally different from who you are as a person.
Absolutely. Right? Yeah. So, and I'll get these roles where I play, a normal everyday father. I've got two boys. Right. I can fit into that role, and I can use my experience as a father to do that. But then when you ask me to play a psycho or some dirtbag, right. It challenges me to do something, to be something that I'm not. And I love those roles a lot. I used to be a deputy sheriff, and so when I play detective roles or police officer roles, again, that's something that I have real life experience with, and I can pull from that. But when you ask me to do something that I've never done, or ask me to be a way that I'm not, that's what I like doing. I love the challenge.
Challenges, yeah, and that's what I like too about the acting. Being somewhat you're not, or
Hmm.
playing a character that's far from who you are, and you got to do some research and find out who this character is and know everything about him to be that character.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, absolutely.
and it's not easy. People think in acting is easy thing. It's not an easy thing. You know,
No, no,
uh,
it's not. And people don't realize, I've been told before, it's like, well, I can memorize scripts. Well, you got to memorize scripts, but you got to relay the words on the page in a way that it's not like you're just doing it from memory. You've got to have the facial expressions, you've got to have the actions, you've got to have everything's got to come together, because I know you've seen movies before where the acting's terrible. And
right,
it's almost like, man, they're just quoting the lines. They're not doing anything, and people pick up on that.
right. So so it's a lot of work behind that. And I think that for me, the hardest part of all that would be memorizing the lines, especially if you're like one of the lead roles,
Hmm.
when where the script is about that thick, and
Right,
you're in the whole script.
right,
You're
yeah,
not just in a couple pages. You've been okay. After these four lines, I'm no longer in the script, so I'm safe. No,
right, yeah.
it's hard to memorize. So what do you do to memorize your lines?
When I get a script, what I like to do is I will just read through it. I don't pay attention to my character or anything like that. I just read through it, and then the second time I read through it, then I'll start highlighting my lines, and as I go through, I'll usually read through it about 4 or 5 times, and that third time when I'm going through it again, by the time that I get to my lines, I've already been through it twice already. And so the third time, and then you do it a fourth time, and it starts. It's almost like a song. When you hear a song on the radio,
Right,
you hear it a second time, a third time, before you know it, you're singing it, because
right,
it's just that repetition.
right. Your mind.
And so
Remember.
it takes about, usually with me, 4 or 5 times. And it also helps too when they send you a shot list. Like going on set, I know what we're going to be shooting that day, and
Right,
so I don't have to worry about the whole script. I can just break it down on, okay, we're shooting, scene 50 today, and 50 through 55. So that's what I break down. That's what I focus on the night before, going into the next day.
right. That's okay. So it breaks it down for you
Hmm.
on different thing on different scenes. That's for me it's hard because, like you said, a song, when you hear a song, it's constantly the same words. But when you get a script, you got to memorize my lines, because if you're after me, you got to know when to come right after me.
Right,
So it's like, okay, you know your lines, but do you know the lines of the next person that's before you? You know what I mean?
right,
So you got to cut in, at certain time or point of the shoot to make it look
absolutely,
authentic. You know,
absolutely. And
so
that's why I always recommend people doing theater. I've done one stage show, because that forces you to memorize lines, because if you mess up, now you've messed up the other actor, and there's no cut, there's no back to one, let's do this again. It's in front of everybody, so it forces you to learn how to memorize. And again, yeah, there's improvisation, but you have to be careful that you don't throw off the other actor, because you give them the cue when to come in,
right,
and so you've got to know the end of their line and when you come in for your line.
wow. When have you ever done a script where you blooped? You remember when you blooped, when you forgot a line? Have you had those moments?
Every shoot, every shoot, it happens.
Yeah,
And it's tough too, because you know off camera, if we're talking and somebody tells a joke or something happens, when you go back and you're rolling, it's hard to look at that person and not think of what they said, 5, 10 minutes ago. And so
right,
you start to crack a smile, or or you get distracted and you do flub your lines. Um, many times, when you do it so much, I've been on two or three different productions at once, and so all of these lines start running together, and you got to separate them. And so I've been quoting lines from another film that I was in, and it's like, wait a minute, that's wrong movie. We got to get back to this one. So
Wow.
it happens. It happens.
So you were saying another line from another movie?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the next line, and because I'm, heading to set,
Oh,
you
wow.
know, the next day on another project, and I was going over those lines, I've said a line, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not even this film. So
How
it
funny is that, Kev?
it happens. It happens. Now, I will say, it's funny, but it's also not funny when you work with somebody who they just don't know their lines, because it takes up a lot of time.
Right.
There's a difference between bloopers, and flubbing a line here and there versus coming to set unprepared and ticking people off because they keep having to feed you your lines. Um, I'm always prepared, and I love working with people that are always prepared. But again, it happens to the best of them. I mean, that's why you see the bloopers with these A-list actors in these
Yeah.
major movies that
Yes.
they're like, yeah, I forgot my line. you know, it happens.
Cut.
Yep.
Kev, that wasn't the line.
Right. Right.
That is so funny. That is. I mean, I never had that, but I'm not saying it ain't gonna happen. Because
Hmm.
I can't even remember my names at times. You know what I mean? So imagine the whole script.
Right.
Because it's not easy. You also did a commercial too, just not too long ago. Advances Health.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How did that go for you?
Oh, that was that. I love that commercial. I got to work with one of the animal trainers in Mount Dora, Florida, and she brought a few different dogs on set because the idea was, when you watch the commercial, is I'm training a dog from a puppy to an adult,
Right.
and I become attached to the dog, as most trainers do, and then at the end you see me give it away to a wounded veteran, and I asked the dog, are you ready, to meet your new best friend? And so it shows that love between a man and his dog, but then having to give it up for something better.
Right.
And that it was a good commercial. I mean, I think it's got almost 3 million views
Yeah.
already. So it was an honor to be a part of that.
Yeah. I liked it. I said, wait a minute, is that Kev?
Yep.
I said, is that Kev? I
Yep.
said, okay. I like that commercial. So,
Hmm.
what do you see the difference between the commercial and actually on set doing a movie? What's the difference?
Um, there's really, unless there is a script involved, it's pretty much the same for me. Many times you might have voiceovers, and so it's just action, and you don't have to worry about memorizing anything. Other times, again, it's if there are words, I treat it the same way. But again, you have to come across, depending on the type of commercial, you have to come across as, you know, selling it. That you if you're selling a product, I love this product,
Right.
and you got to come across. You may never use that product ever, but you have to relay to the audience that this is the best thing you'll ever have. And so I usually treat it the same.
Right. We got Rachel here. She says 12 vets in my family. She got 12 vets in her family.
Oh wow,
Yeah. That's a lot.
that is
That's
a
a lot,
lot.
Rachel. That's a whole lot, Rachel.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, the movie Shop. Are you in that movie? Because I've been seeing Irv and Alonzo, they had posted it up. Are you in that movie?
Yes, I am. I am scheduled to be in that film. I just talked to Johnny just a couple days ago about it, and we're ready to get moving on it. They shot a little concept
Right.
of what it's going to be, and it's hilarious.
And
It,
it's
it,
funny
I
as
saw that, and I was like, I cannot wait to be on set for this.
hell.
But it's going to be big. I think they're still planning on shooting up in Atlantic City. A nice little, you know, mob type film,
Yeah.
uh, comedy. So it's yeah, absolutely. Irv and Johnny, working with them, I love working with them. We make a great team.
You do. I was about to say you guys make a great team together. It's great. Irv is a great actor as well, and
Hmm.
um, so is Johnny and you, and and I enjoy watching you guys, you know, acting. Because
Uh-huh.
and the fact that you guys act, you guys are like brothers.
Oh yeah.
You guys have a bond, so it makes it easier for you as an actor to act when you're among brothers.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I met Johnny 2 years ago on the set of Harvey. And kind of funny with that is with Harvey, I came on last minute, literally last minute. And we had the guy who was playing John Snyder. There was some issue that came up with COVID, and he was not able to do it. And so I get a call to come in and play John Snyder. And I'd never met Johnny, never worked with him before. Come on set, immediately we hit it off. Him and Shannon, the DP for that, we all three of us hit it off. And I speak with Shannon and Johnny on a weekly basis since. You know,
Yeah,
we Dark Ronin Films. That's something you're going to see a lot coming from Dark Ronin Films. That's me, Johnny, and Shannon,
that's all.
and adding some more to the team. But it's we have a blast. We have a blast. We shot Usosuki. I don't know if you saw
Yeah, I
that
seen
short
it.
film.
Yes, I seen. I think that's what's gonna be in New York, December 10th. It's on that film.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's going to be at the Shock Fest on December 10th. It won the best thriller, I think, in Tokyo, the Tokyo Movie Awards. Yeah, it's doing really really well, and that was shot up in Baltimore. It very very small crew, very small cast as you saw,
Yeah.
but it's really taken off, and we're ready to do a lot more things.
Right. So on this, is that going to be a premiere on that, or what's exactly going on that date on the
I
10th?
think that's just a almost like a film festival. It's a big film festival up in New York, and unfortunately, this year I think they're just doing virtual instead of actually having people there, which was a little disappointing because I was planning on heading up to New York.
Yeah.
I've not been to New York City before, and I thought, man,
What?
yeah, I know it, I know it. I was looking forward to it, but then I was told that they're just doing virtual this year for some reason. But yeah, yeah, it's a big deal.
Okay, that's awesome. So tell our viewers what got you into the filming industry. What got you into the filming industry?
I've always loved entertaining. I played sports my whole life, especially basketball and baseball, and I loved the competition. I loved uh, the activities, and I also loved movies. I loved acting, and it was something that I never really pursued, even though I wanted to. And finally, in 2015, an agent got a hold of somebody had sent them my photo, and they said he has a look. And I didn't have a complete shaved head at the time, but it was short hair. And so I went in there, and they liked my look, and I needed to take some classes, but as long as I took some classes, they signed me, and it just went from there. One role that I took, it was a short film. I had to shave my head because they needed to put makeup on my head. Once I shaved my head and I had that look, man, it was like, hey, we want you for this,
Wow.
military, police officer, bad guy, you
Yeah.
know. And so it really, I didn't expect it because I listened to a lot of the negative people saying, don't do it, don't waste your time because you're never going to go anywhere with it. You got to have a real job and make money and all of that. And so I listened to it. And that's one of my regrets is that I didn't jump into this sooner. But it just, somebody knew that I kind of had an itching for it. And they actually reached out to an agent for me. And boom, there it went since 2015.
Wow. That's you know we always got these people that give us all negativity because they see it. They see the talent. They just don't want you to move forward with it.
Right.
They're not doing it.
Right.
So I learned in my career not to listen to negativity, listen to positivity. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
and just go and whatever dream you have, go for it. No matter what people say, it's your dream, it's your vision. You go out there and do it, and you go full force and see what happens at the end of the road, right?
Right.
Because acting, it's not for everybody,
Right.
and not everybody that acts is going to make it to where they want to. Um, so you know,
And
just
if you don't, at least you can look back and say, I gave it everything I had,
exactly.
versus wondering if I would have, could I have been here and done that. And so I think there's satisfaction in saying, you know what, I did everything I could. I didn't accomplish what I wanted, but I did my part. I think look at all these quarterbacks that are big name quarterbacks that never won a Super Bowl,
That's
but
right.
they're some of the hardest workers in the room.
Yeah,
They can look back on their career and say, I gave it my all. And I came up short, but it is what it is.
that's right. And now that you say football, we want our quarterback. We want our quarterback back.
Right.
We want Brady back.
Right.
You
Well,
you
I don't
you.
know. I don't know. They're not doing too well this year.
Yeah, no, they're not. It's funny. So, um, what are you working now at this moment? Is there a project that you're working on right now?
Yeah, we're as I mentioned earlier. I'm going to be heading up northeast with Shannon Lanier to film some scenes for Talus. But then also starting January 9th, Michael McLaren. I just did a film with him called Midnight Montage: Book of Consequences. It's going to be released on Amazon Prime probably within the next couple weeks. Nice horror movie, really, really, really well done. But Michael McLaren, we're doing a movie called Sebastian, and we're going to start filming in January. And Johnny Alonso is going to be a part of that as well. A nice horror story. Guy moves from California to the East Coast here in Florida. The house that he moves into, I played Ralph the contractor, and so me and
Yeah.
Johnny kind of connect, and we have this camaraderie during this film.
Yeah.
But when he moves there, there's something going on with the house, and me and him are trying to figure out what's going on. So it's a spooky movie. It's going to be good. But that's what we're working on in January. And then of course Dark Ronin Films, off of Usosuki, we got 13 Colchester, that is a film that Shannon wrote that we're going to be working on. um, we've got a bunch of stuff that I really can't talk about right now because it's still in early stages.
Right.
um, but it's coming.
Yeah. I love Shannon. I call him my twin tower.
Oh yeah.
He's,
Right.
you know, he's behind that camera, man. He is something else, man. He makes
Oh, he's awesome.
he
he
makes this look really good.
he does. And he's a good actor too.
Yeah,
He likes being behind the camera, but he's a good actor too. But he makes everything look really, really good.
he does.
Uh, I mean, it looks like his stuff looks like multi-million-dollar budget stuff.
It-
Uh,
yes,
it's so good. It's so good. And all of us, me, Shannon, and Johnny, were just in Hollywood a couple weeks ago for Halloween Hotness. It's a
right,
charity event,
right.
and for St. Jude Children's Research.
Yeah,
And we made a pretty good splash there. There's quite a few people that are looking at Dark Ronin Films, and they're wanting to be a part of it. And that's why I said that some big names that are going to be coming out, wanting to work with us, wanting Shannon to film,
that's awesome.
me and Johnny to be a part of it. Like that's why I said, you keep an eye on Dark Ronin Films, and you're going to start seeing a lot of stuff popping out.
Yeah, and I was supposed to come out there that day for that
Uh-huh.
for the hunt, but I was so busy out here doing other things that I couldn't make it. But I've seen you guys. I seen the post out there, seen you guys taking pictures and stuff, and I was like, okay, these guys are really moving. They doing their thing out there, and and Johnny is, what I like about Johnny is that he's like a go-getter. You know, he's out there, he's moving around, he's connecting, and he's making things happen. And
Oh yeah.
that's what I love about Johnny and all you guys, that you guys really put in the work, you know,
Hmm.
to make things happen, and not just put in the work, but you producing great film. You
Yeah.
know, it's not like, you know, I watch some of these films sometimes and they look bootleg. You know,
Hmm.
whoever's behind the camera's not doing a great job. It just don't look authentic. It just don't look real. You know,
Right.
it's, to me, looks sloppy. But when I see Shannon stuff, you know, it's like top of the line stuff. You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean? It's like top of the line. His editing is so on point, and
It
his,
is.
you know, his shots, his angles. You know, he knows what he's doing. You
Well,
know,
and that's why, me and Johnny love working with him because we all think alike.
right?
And we may, Shannon may come to us and say, this is what I want, and we're already thinking it. Or, we may talk and say, what about this? And Shannon may say, no, I prefer this way. And then when you see the final product, you're like, you're right. I mean, you were right 100% of the time. He knows what he's doing. He knows that he sees it. And when he reads a script, he's already thinking about shots, and he's thinking about, lighting. And I mean, he's just constantly thinking. And so when it's time to film, he knows what he wants, and it's good stuff.
Right. I seen him posting up some pictures of, he was filming somewhere like in the mountain or something. It was like a caveman movie, something like that. Or
That's part of Talus. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
listen, that's gonna be a great movie. I can already see him. You know, I can see him putting the angles and you know, have the guys doing their lines and stuff. I said, this is gonna be a great movie. I can't wait to see that movie.
It, it's I mean, it looks like Lord of the Rings. I
Yes,
mean, you would.
it does.
I mean, it just the footage so far, and I mean, there's still much more to do, but
Right.
it looks. When he showed it to me, I'm like, dude, this is incredible. This looks absolutely amazing. And I already, just based on that footage, the cave, like you said,
Oh
and
man.
walking through the hills and everything, I'm like, I want to be a part of that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and fortunately I am.
You are.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Listen,
gonna be good.
yeah. I like the part when they was sitting by the fire,
Hmm.
you know, and then something hit, or there was a noise, and they got up, and you know, you can see Shannon like setting up the camera, like he knows what he's doing.
He
And
knows. Yep.
yeah, and
Yep.
when you got a great editor, that's all you need, man. A
Oh
great
yeah.
editor, great actors, and you can make a great movie.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, so
Yeah. And Shannon, not only does he shoot, but he will edit.
right,
Because again, he knows what he wants, and that's the last thing you want. Is you don't want to have a vision and then have an editor mess it up. So if he's going
right,
to have somebody else edit his movie, it's going to be somebody who's going to do it, you know, with his vision.
right. So that's good that he does the filming, he does the editing, because he knows what he wants and what he don't need in the
Hmm.
film. You know, so that's great. You know that you guys got Shannon on your team.
Oh yeah.
And I love the hoodies. You know, I love the shirts.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna have to get me
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. You got to get some. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get
Yeah.
me some. You know, to represent. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
We'll send some to you. We'll get you some.
Yeah. So, you know, I'll be going out to Virginia. I think um in April. I think I'll be out there, but I'll be coming down by Baltimore too.
Right.
So if you guys are out there, I'll come by and say hi. Um, I'm going out there for a movie premiere as well. This movie, I mean, called Saving Anna, that I
Hmm.
played in. It's about human trafficking.
Oh,
Um,
very good.
yes, I think the movie was picked up and won best song. So they're looking at it for the Oscars or something like that. So
That's
hopefully,
awesome.
yeah, hopefully it gets picked up, and you know, we headed to the Oscars for that.
Well,
So
I mean, that's such an important topic too. People
yeah,
don't realize how bad that trafficking is.
yeah, yeah, and it, you know, and it's all over the world. You know, I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's certain states that it's really like high, like states like California, Texas, Chicago, um, but this is all worldwide, and
Oh yeah.
people need to be aware of that because there's a lot of I've been watching the news. There's a lot of people been missing, you know, um, and we don't really know where they're gone to,
Hmm.
So people just got to be aware of their surroundings and stuff because human trafficking is real. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening, you
Right.
know. And it's big business, you know that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So
There's a lot of money in it.
right, exactly. So where can people find your films, Kevin, if they want to check out some of your work and
Well, you can see Harvey on pretty much any streaming platform. Apple TV, Amazon Prime, uh, um, I think Vimeo, and places like that. You can see again. You can see Uso Suki if you go to darkroninfilms.com. You'll see a bunch of the shorts that have been done. Uso Suki being one of them, and Midnight Montage, as I mentioned, with Michael McLaren. That should be up in a couple weeks on Amazon Prime. And then once we start getting Sebastian shot and some other things that we've got lined up,
I can't wait.
2023 is going to be a big year. You're going to start seeing a lot of stuff popping out.
I can't wait, Kev. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. What film have you played in that you could say was a big challenge for you?
Uh, let's see. A big challenge. Well, I always, as of right now, I would say Harvey being John Snyder, and again, there's different things that go into why that was probably the most difficult because as I mentioned earlier, I like to read a script 4 or 5 times and think about the character. I had one day to get this script and be on set at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And so I didn't have time I skimmed the script. I had to go straight to, okay, these are my lines. I know I'm the antagonist. I know I've got to be jerky in some way.
Right.
And so what you see in Harvey is really one day's worth of prep,
Wow.
and so that's when I went on set for that. And I told Johnny, I said, Johnny, I'm a little nervous because I'm used to being really prepared and I just don't feel prepared for this. And he was like, just do your thing. I've seen some of your work. Just do your thing. But he goes, if I'm directing, just don't mess up. So,
so he put you in panic mode.
right. And again, that's the first time I met Johnny. And of course he was joking. And then Shannon, he's always got that serious look when he's filming.
Yes, he does.
And he's a giant, and I'm not the tallest guy. I'm only like 5'8".
You're like
so
me.
I'm like, man, if I screw up, I've got Johnny and I've got this giant right here who's going to tear me apart. So I better,
Yeah.
So, but we had fun, but that was probably the most difficult because I just did not have time to prepare. It was literally, I got the script and the next morning I had to be on set.
Wow. And how is it working with the rest of the crew? Besides Johnny and Irv and Shannon, how's the other crew? The other people that you have to work with, how are they?
Oh, incredible. We always try to surround ourselves with people that know how to work and do it right. Everybody is amazing. Aaron O'Brien, Johnny brought Aaron O'Brien in to play in Harvey. Awesome. Incredible. Darius was incredible. Lindsay was incredible. The crew, Aaron Sandler, he was one of the sound guys. The sound guy, I mean, it did an incredible job.
Yeah.
Very, very nice, very, sweet people. You love working with them because, when the camera's not on and you can sit and laugh and joke and tell people personal things and chat with them, you've built a close relationship. And so that's why we try to keep our circle pretty small. Because when you start letting too many people in, that's when crazy things happen. And so our circle's pretty small. You're a part of that circle.
Thank you.
We love you. We mentioned you quite a bit. We were talking about you in Hollywood. We're like, man, I thought Vic was going to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we love you, man. And like I said, you're a part of our group.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Same here. I love you guys, and every time you guys post something, I try to share it as much as I can to promote it because that's what I do. True friends. That's what true friends do. It's help others.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to be in the same location to help. And I enjoy watching you guys work. I enjoy you guys, personality and you guys are family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anything that I can do to help promote any film that you guys do, I'm only a text away, and I'm gladly
And if,
to help promote it.
and if there's anything that we could do for you, you just holler. We'll be there for you.
Yeah, just keep making great movies.
Yeah. Well, we will.
Just
That's for
keep
sure.
doing great movies.
Yep.
So, besides you being an actor, what do you see yourself doing? What else do you see yourself doing? Do you see yourself producing, maybe directing?
Yeah, I've really started thinking about writing. Writing some of my own stuff. Producing again is one of them. I just you see things, and there's a lot of garbage out there.
I know
And there's a lot of garbage, and you see things that are picked up and distributed, and you're thinking, how in the world
that
did
make
you know did they did that make it? And so I want to produce good stuff that when people watch it, they have your reaction. It's like, wow, that looks incredible.
right.
The acting was good. The cinematography was good. Everything was good, believable. I want things like Uso Suki, even though it's a short film, it
Oh, I love it.
it,
I love
it,
that.
it grabs people.
It,
That's the
it
kind of
grabs
stuff that I want to be a part of. But yeah, and I can probably see myself later on in the future directing here and there.
Okay, that's awesome. I know that movie's going to be awesome because the little clips that Shannon put up caught my eye. I wanted more, and
Uh-huh.
I wanted more so bad that I was about to text him and be like, "Yo, Shannon, can I get some exclusive off so I can see what you're doing? Because this is so dope. I love
Right.
it. I'm
Right.
so into like you know uh stuff that first of all, I love the woods.
Hmm.
And I love there's a movie that's came out. I forgot the name of the movie, but they're like they're like in ships,
Hmm.
and they travel to different places, and they're like cavemen. I
Right.
forgot the name of the movie, but it's amazing. So when I seen Shannon's movie, it remind me of that movie, and I'm like, wow, man.
Hmm.
I think it's an episode with the one I'm talking about. It's King something. King, I forgot
I
the
can't
name.
think of it.
Yeah, but it's amazing. When I seen Shannon do it, I said, "Wow, remind me of this. This is going to be great." And when I seen, that, I said, "I know Kevin's in it. I know
No.
Eric is. I already know the crew." I said,
Yep.
"I don't see them, but I know they in there somewhere."
Yep. Yep. Well, just like Uso Suki, I'm
Yeah,
there. You hear my voice, you just
yeah,
don't see my face.
exactly.
So which Uso Suki's actually just a small portion. It's just a short, but it's actually a feature that we're probably going to be working on. It's just a short version of an actual feature. So that's going to be good.
Mm. What 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 movie would you like to play in? Like, what type of movie would you see yourself playing? Like a real lead role. Action.
I
Uh,
I would love to do an action movie. Um, I would love to do stunts. I love all of that stuff. The fighting,
yes.
the stunt work, the driving the cars and the
Yes.
motorcycles and
I
all of that
love it.
stuff.
I
Oh yeah,
love it.
I've always wanted to do a legit action movie,
Yeah.
and hopefully one day I'll be there.
Well, you're right there. You got the two guys that can make it happen right next to you. Johnny and Shannon. But hey, guys, we should do like an action movie. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right.
We get the bikes.
Uh huh.
I think Johnny will love that. You
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh yeah. And that's what we want to be. We want to be diverse. We don't want to just be like, oh, they're just horror, or they're just thriller. We want the Chop Shop. Chop Shop's going to be a comedy.
Right.
Usosuki's a thriller. You have Talus here that is kind of fantasy. When you look at the work that we're doing, it it's not just one genre, it's multiple genres. We can do
Right.
drama, we can do comedy, we can do horror, we can do action, we can do all of those things.
Right.
And I think it just goes to show what we're capable of.
Right. Oh, you guys are moving up fast. I'm watching, but I definitely would love to see an action movie, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
uh,
Oh
uh
yeah.
just to see where you guys take it, you
Yeah.
know, just to see where your mind goes with it, you know, how
Oh
far you
yeah.
guys are gonna take it. I'm a real big action guy, I've always wanted to play um like military,
Hmm.
because I'm a big fan of Rambo.
Oh,
Uh,
love it. Yeah.
yeah, all his movies, something like that I would like to play in, Steven Seagal, like stuff
Hmm.
like that, even like Wesley Snipes, movies like
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
So I can see you guys doing movies movies like
Oh
that,
yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
where you're gonna be the bad guy.
Hey, if it's an action movie and I get to do all that stuff, I'll be the bad guy. I don't
Yeah,
mind. I
right,
don't mind. Well, and that's
right,
what I always, I tell Johnny and all of them. I said that's why I hit the gym all the time. I got to have that Ben Diesel look. I got to have
yes,
the Dwayne Johnson look.
that's right.
These guys are action stars. Jason Statham. So I try to keep myself in shape just in case we can pull out, one of those action movies.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I work out as much as I can, you know, for the same reason, because you never know what they might need me for. Bodyguard,
Right.
a bully, whatever it may
Right.
be, a fighter,
Yeah.
that's another thing I love to probably be in the future, like a boxing, a boxing movie,
Hmm.
because I used to box back when I was younger, and it's always been something I love to do. That's why I'm involved with celebrity boxing because I love the boxing, you know. Um, but yeah, those are things that I love to be in: boxing, action, and military movies. Um, I'll go in there blindfolded,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
blindfolded. You know what I mean?
Oh
And,
yeah.
and I love stuff with the water, like like pirates. As long as they can keep me on the shore to film me, because I don't like the deep. I don't like the deep. Keep me
Yeah.
shore. You
Right. You
feel
don't
me?
like the water.
No, I don't like the water. I love the water. Only the shore. By the
Just
shore.
the shore. Yeah.
That's it. Don't get me no deeper than that.
Yeah. You
But
like the beach, but that's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and now I'm wondering because these sharks are coming right to the edge of the water. So especially in Florida.
Oh yeah.
uh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
so
Yeah. That's what I'm not a big. I love to dive, but as far as like wading out into the ocean, I'm like, no, those things are going to see me before I see them.
that's right.
I only go out so far.
That's
But
right.
and of course here in Florida, I don't understand how Floridians just jump in lakes. I mean, there's alligators everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Alligators everywhere. I posted a few videos at a location close to me where I mean these suckers are like 15 feet long, laying right there across the path. And but no, you got some crazy people.
Yeah, you do. And those alligators are really big. I went out there. I lived in Tampa for like 4 months, and
Hmm.
my sister took me to the zoo there in Tampa, and we walking through, and I see these humongous crocodiles. I'm like, holy! I said, are those real? Because they wasn't moving. They were just sitting there. They look like they fake.
Right.
And someone threw something in there, and when they started moving their heads, because they go by vibration on the water.
Hmm.
Oh, I seen that big thing moving. I said, "Oh my goodness, how can people be in lakes in Florida and fishing? They put half of their feet in there and they fishing like that's
Yep.
crazy."
It is. It is.
I
It
don't
is.
like Florida because of that. That's crazy. So you're working on these projects now, and so when can we expect this movie to come out?
Talus.
Yes.
That I'm not sure of. We still got quite a bit of shooting, filming to do
Okay.
because filming has happened to it kind of be spread out a little
Right.
bit, people's schedules and things like that.
Oh,
I
okay.
would I would venture to say sometime in 2023, probably end of 2023 maybe.
Okay.
Um, that's still up in the air, but it'll definitely be coming out.
That's good. That's good. Well, is there anything else you want to tell our viewers about you?
Oh man, if you want to follow me, and see what I do every day, uh, at the Kevin Winn on Instagram, Winn, Kevin Winn on Facebook. If you want to keep up with Dark Ronin, follow Ronin Films on Instagram, and just keep following us through this journey. Yeah, I think everybody's going to be impressed.
Right. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, and
Mm.
I'm just happy to know that you guys are my brothers. And that I know for sure that anything you guys do is going to be 100%. Because you guys ain't going to just throw anything out there if it ain't perfected. And I know you. I know Johnny. I know Shannon. And definitely ain't gonna. He ain't definitely going to just throw anything out there.
No,
So I congratulate you guys for your films and your projects, and I'm definitely going to keep my eye on you guys, and we're definitely going to link up again soon.
absolutely,
Hopefully I can come out to one of your sets while y'all filming and stuff and check it out.
absolutely, definitely.
And yeah, and I'm excited, man. So I want to thank you for coming on the show. I know you've been busy and you're probably still busy.
Uh, yeah, got some auditions I got to do here shortly. So
Oh, you see what I
yeah,
mean? You
yeah,
stay
yeah,
busy. I love it. I love it. So,
yep,
I want to thank you, Kevin, and keep doing what you're doing. You got a brother here for life. Um, Anything that I can do for you, any promotion, just let me know, Johnny and the guys, and I will gladly promote the stuff on my platform and other platforms that I know. And if you guys want to be on other platforms, I can send you guys some of my friends that got platforms, so you guys can expose the film and talk about the films on other platforms.
oh, we really appreciate that. And like I said, you're our brother, and if you need anything from us, you just let us know. One message away, one phone call away, and we got your back.
Thank you, Kev. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming on the show. You're great. I love you.
All right,
So
love you too, man.
I'll see you soon, Kev.
All right, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, where is my oh, here we go. All right, guys, that's Kevin Winn, actor, great guy. You guys gotta check him out. Go on his page, check him out, see what he's doing. We got some great movies coming out. I'm having our friend Johnny Alonso and Shannon Lemire. He's up from Florida, and one's in Cali, the other one's from Baltimore. But it doesn't matter where you at, as long as you want to make something happen, you can make it happen. As long as you got the right team with you, anything in the world is possible. So um, I just want to thank everybody for coming on the show and showing my brother Kevin Winn some love and support. Thank you guys for everything. And tune in at 7 o'clock. I have rock star Carol, the goddess, coming on the show all the way from Las Vegas. We'll be talking to her. She's also a talk show host and um, a rock star. She'll be on the show. And I want to thank all my P3 family and my Parapost network crew, all the paranormal investigators around the world. Thank you guys for the love and support. Love you guys. And again, anyone that wants to know about anything that has to do with paranormal, go to Parapost Network or go to the P3 page, and you can find out everything you want to know about paranormal world. Okay. And again, before I log out, I just want to say that we have a young lady out in Australia that needs help. Um, so if anyone can donate funds to crowdfunding project for Emily Rose Chambers, she's from Australia. She's 32 years old. You guys can go to Emily Rose Cancer Treatment. Um, she really needs some help and support. So if anyone can support anything you can donate, will be appreciated. And this is what this show is all about. It's about helping others and promoting others, and whatever that we can do to help this young lady, we're appreciated. The link is on my page. and you can check it out. I believe that is Brian. You can. It's on my page. I shared it. Um, I'll share it again after the show, and you guys can check it out. But any donation is good. Whatever you can send, $2, $3, it's okay. We're trying to get $60,000 for this treatment. Um, so I was reached from a friend of mine from Australia to see if I can help her promote this, and I told her yes, and whatever we can do here in the U.S. To help this young lady, we'll do. So thank you guys again for showing mad love to my paranormal uh, world, Parapost and P3 world. Thank you guys so much. Um, Oh, Matt. Matty, my boy, Matt, love you to death, boy. That's my boy, Matt. Love that dude. So, guys, do what you can, okay? But the link is on my page. If you guys can help out, I'll appreciate it. And big shout out to Mitzi Atwood, which was the young lady that sent me the link from Australia. She's a actress and producer. Um, from out of Australia. So I really appreciate it, guys. Anthony, what's up, Anthony? My man Anthony, great guy. Met him last night at the P3. Great guy. Make sure you guys follow him. Finding the worthy internet TV station. Hugs to you too, man. So guys, thank you. I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. with Carol the Goddess, my rock star, all the way from Las Vegas. We'll be talking to her. She's amazing. You guys are gonna love her because she is. When I say rock star, she's a rock star. Okay, and she's an amazing woman. Also, she's a talk show host. So we'll be talking to her, and I hope you guys tune in and enjoy the show because she is amazing. Okay, and I'll see you guys at 7. All right, and I'm gonna let y'all go with peace, love, respect, and y'all already know I'm out of here.